Marketing 4.0. What is marketing 4.0? During the course of our presentation, we will definitely get to understand what is marketing 4.0. Now let's pause and look at post COVID business growth, how it is going to look like. So today's agenda is pre-COVID state of MSME. COVID induced challenges. Yes, so COVID has introduced a lot of challenges. Planning for recovery, marketing 4.0, as from National Productivity Council, there is a very crisp agenda. There is a very crisp planning for the recovery that will dwell in that. How NPC can help, how National Productivity Council can help in this. So transition from awareness to advocacy, fusion of digital and physical platform. That is something that we are going to discuss. Very interesting thing. That is a micro show. And a quantum leap on demand side growth. So National Productivity Council has a history of very effective supply side growth efficiency. Now we have taken this initiative to tinker on demand side growth and effectiveness, and creating a collaborative digital economy. So let's get into that. Let's look at that, the state of pre-COVID MSME. We have some growth figures. It's a degrowth, basically. It's a negative growth. So since 2012-13, the degrowth has been almost 50% by the 15-16. Whereas it accounts for more than 40% of India's export. So gross value added by MSME sector has been declining. Now the challenges SMEs faced pre-COVID, like, before this lockdown scenario, the challenges which we could see here on is 42% is the lack of demand. The highest contributor towards the sluggishness of the MSME growth was lack of demand. The next one, in the rank, is shortage of working capital. Yes, so definitely we'll get into it. Now, COVID impact on India. So we have definitely two impact proposition. One is external and another one is domestic. External, weaker global demand, supply chain disruption, lower commodity price, risk of and global financial shocks. I'll just share what McKinsey has proposed. McKinsey and company has proposed a five horizon for to look at from the growth point of view. The first horizon of the area is to resolve. Resolve means we have to create a resolve that how we are going to enable our business post-COVID. The second in the order is resilience. Resilience means our ability to bounce, return, reimagination, reform. So here on two horizons, that is return and reimagination. Now again, a quick recap of on the last Monday, in fact, that World War II has given amazing growth opportunity to countries like Germany and Japan. Recession has created many multi-billion-dollar companies like WhatsApp, Uber, Groupon, and Instagram. Demonetization has given, in our India, Paytm and UPI. So having said that, every adversity has that capability to bring in new disruption. We also discussed about the growth is not only the growth on the physical side, growth on the mind side. Like, the growth is an attitude, growth is a mindset. So there are definitely, we discussed about two aspects of it: growth mindset and fixed mindset. Growth mindset says adopt change. Fixed mindset says adapt to change. I think we can all agree on that point. So growth mindset and fixed mindset. Adapts to change. What is adapts to change? We wait for take some time, like, what we have called as waitlisters and validation seekers. Unfortunately, few companies got uprooted by waiting. So waiting is sometimes suicidal in this scenario. Okay, inferences, the common inferences is the critical factors for growth, which has from physical, it has moved to fusion. When we started market 1.0, that the first industrial revolution, it was all physical, physical, physical. We were discussing about steam powered engines, and we were talking about powered looms and all those things. It was all physical. So a transition from physical to fusion. Fusion meaning a combination of physical and digital. From individual to social, from vertical to horizontal, from exclusive to inclusive. I'm not going to take much time on discussing all these things. We will touch these points in the course of our next discussion on the next slides. So market evolution, marketing 1.0 was more towards dealing with product centric, marketing 2.0 customer centric, marketing 3.0 purpose centric, marketing 4.0 digitalization centric, digital convergence centric. I'll put a, oh, this is a nice visual that I always wanted to share by the MasterCard. It beautifully depicts that what this marketing evolutions has brought in, from product to consumer to digital convergence. Now it is more towards connections. Digital convergence, our entire digital touch points are on our mobile screen. So here it looks like that this marketing evolution from 1 to 4 has given rise of content 4.0. This is an interesting aspect that we want to discuss. Like, the content that we create today for around any business is relevancy, is attractiveness, is emotional, is convenient, and that's how to win. The convenient part is very well defined by a company, Amazon. The attractive is, of course, like, the Instagram. Everybody wants to look attractive on that Instagram social connections. Relevance is absolutely very clear. If something is not relevant to me, I will just pass on. I will not stop by. And emotional, the feel. If my business has a feel to my audience. So how NPC can help in this? NPCs definitely can help to be distinctly creative, to be innovatively engaging, to be digitally productive through demand and supply intervention. This is something interesting that we wanted to discuss today, that today's social media is very cluttered, What do I do? We have information overload. Every day we get tons of feeds on our mobile phone, on various social media. Yeah, that is. So here it is. The scenario looks total confusion. Where a business should create a touch point, how long, what is the time duration of engagement. Now, what we are discussing today is creating an information literate community. Information are in tons, loads of information around us. So we need to create information literate community. And we can't deny the fact that consumers are creators today. If I consume digital feed, I create my digital feed. So everybody is creating and consuming. Then how do we filter signal from the noise. So what is to me is signal that that we should catch it, or what is noise that we should let go. Sometimes, many times, what happens that we normally uh, let go of signals also in between the noise. So it's very critical to filter. The only thing people watch today is the skip button, skip ad. If I'm not wrong, everybody might be doing that. Like, the moment you switch on your YouTube or any channel, and if that ad starts scrolling, we look for the skip button. Like, how we can skip it immediately so that we get to the content that we are waiting for. Now, this is how the new DNA, new marketing DNA. This is how it looks like. The fusion of digital and physical. So we have conferences and we have a webinar. We have a physical conferences and we have a virtual webinars, and we are seamlessly connecting with our participants, our audience, our stakeholders. Now, the marketing shift is from loyalty to advocacy. When I say loyalty, the first name that comes to me is MasterCard. MasterCard is built on loyalty. Everybody must be using Visa and MasterCards, the credit cards. There's a loyalty points and all those things that rewards the customer for using my product. Now, Starbucks is totally advocacy. I love the place to be in. And I would say, my friends and my folks, come to a place that we want to be. That is advocacy. Advocacy marketing produces word of mouth. That is the best part of the marketing. If somebody says that this particular product is good, I will go for it. I will not ask another question. I trust my friends, I trust my networks, I trust my neighbors, and I will go for it. I'll try it. And word of mouth is awesome. Now, for this advocacy, we have three distinct verticals of influencers: youth, women, and netizens. They constitute more than 50 or 60% of the world population of 7.5 billion. So out of that 3.5 billion, which is 2017, 16, 17, it is now more than 4 billion, that constitutes influential subcultures consisting youth, women, and netizens. Now, we understood the remarkable shift from marketing 1.0, first revolution, to marketing 4.0, the fourth revolution that we are in. Now, what to do in this? So NPC, under the NPC, we have certain properties, certain assets built up. How to leverage on that? So here, I'm going to talk about the micro-sure proposition as we have deliberated and delivered effectively. What is micro-sure? Micro-sustainable, university-led, real-time entrepreneurship. We know youth is the biggest social influencer. And today, marketing 4.0, we are talking about horizontal, inclusive, and social circle. The marketing has shifted the gears towards from vertical to horizontal, from exclusive to inclusive, from individual to social. Micro-sure proposition clearly identifies and activates who is your brand advocate, who is going to be your brand advocate for your business. Of course, this is the youth, this is the campus, this is the young generation who are the strongest brand advocates for the business, for the new businesses. The digital engagement looks very confusing and very consuming. There's a lot of noise and clutter around. Let's do simplification. Let's simplify it. We are talking about the first ladder, experience, second ladder, loyalty, and the third ladder, the last ladder on the steps, is advocacy. We strongly advocate, let's bring our youth on the business part effectively to grow businesses across all verticals. Now, I'll take some. I'm seeing a lot of questions are being there. Sharma ji, would you like anything that? Hello.
Rajesh ji, can you go to the back slide?
Okay, I'm not able to see the questions. I see a lot of questions are being put up, but somehow I'm not able to visualize.
Rajesh ji, can you go to the back slide?
Okay. Yeah, here you are.
See, microsure.
Yes.
What you told.
Yes.
We need to understand more about the university youth engagement to help the industry.
Okay, so let me allow me to run a small video here. Can we?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, what I understood is now what the youth of the university and institution can be the part of a complete ecosystem where they can create some value for industry.
Oh, of course. Youth as a value creator while they are pursuing their academic education is the proposition by NPC. NPC wants youth to be engaged in the economic cycle as early as possible, and they should become the value creators of the businesses.
Good. Because what we understood till now, these youth are not only the consumer, they can be the good advocates.
They are the influencers. They are the consumer influencer, what we call confluencers. They create, they influence.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting proposition. So let me just move on to the next slide.
Yeah, please.
So NPC Center of Excellence activates demand side intervention. What is demand side intervention? Demand side intervention is to tinker the demand to grow, to create a new demand in the market. And what is the engine? What is the growth engine for that? Of course, that is a micro-show that we are discussing today. We are not here to discuss a lot of verticals, a lot of levers of marketing 4.0. We are discussing a very clear, very single-headedly one growth engine, that is micro-show. So marketing 4.0 is basically a proposal is created by millennials for millennials. Of course, the premise that we always discuss here for growth is creativity, innovation, and productivity. I believe this we should be definitely leveraging the creativity, innovativeness, and productivity of the young mind who are still studying and pursuing their academic programs. And see the advantages of digital transformation. Tata Consultancy Services (TCS) has clearly said that companies are leveraging the power of digital technologies to succeed in the business 4.0 era. In this era, that is business force revolution, if we are not technologically upgraded or updated, we cannot assume, if technology is not there, we could not have met today to discuss all this amazing and effective discussion that we are holding today. So advantages of being of digital transformation definitely is profit, is more business, is building a brand reputation, and creating a massive visibility across various touch points on digital screens. And believe me and trust me, it is not just about technology. So Indian millennial become entrepreneur. we have immense potential which are being housed in a university, and they are the chargers of the society. We need to leverage that. NPC very strongly propositions that the Indian university has the potential to create a massive micropreneurs, massive set of entrepreneurs. Indian millennials constitute, India is a young country. We have a demographic dividend of young population. 40% of our population is below 30 years of age. And we have seen a number of young entrepreneurs that India has given, and they are rising successfully, whether it is Oyo or many. So what is Marketing 4.0? Delivering the growth through microsure is basically an entrepreneurial mass revolution through micropreneur concept. So how it actually goes up, goes up and goes down, basically. NPC has a knowledge base. NPC creates brilliant mentorship. And those expert mentors are industry mentors. They are mentoring micro and small, medium enterprises. The same set of mentors, the same set of business experts are going to mentor, hand-holding the campus students so that they can become a value creator of the ecosystem. And in turn, they add value to the micro and small medium enterprises by becoming an integral part of the business, and they form their own micro companies and helping and assisting medium and small industry in their growth. So so the first step says that there would be a micro partnership creation between students and the industry. Industry is going to be an adopter, and students are going to be an adoptee. So we say that growth mindset has to be adopter mindset. Micropreneur formation, there would be a proper due diligence of micropreneur formation. And then the step 3 and digitalization and digital discoveries. Those young entrepreneurs are going to create new ways, new avenues for digital discoveries and digitalization. They are going to invest and create new markets and new market discoveries. They are going to do. We have often seen that the businesses, the medium and small small, medium and micro businesses does not have I'm looking at the questions. I'll skip it for the end of the presentation, please. Please bear with me. I will request my co-panelist and co-host if they want to do any kind of moderation or any kind of queries. If they want to clarify, it would help the participants to be more clear on that. Uma Shankar ji, Rajniti ji. Hello.
Hello, Rajesh ji.
Yes, sir.
Rajesh ji, can I brief with the example so that the most of the confusion can sort it out? Whatever the
most welcome, most welcome. Make it very clear.
Yeah. Wait. Student and industry will happen, and what will be the framework? Let me give you a very simple example. Very simple example. One industry, let's say in Greater Noida, the OEM supply. They have the clear-cut only one customer, that is Maruti through Tier 1 supplier. But that spare part can be sold, or new spare part can be sold to, let's say, Mahindra, because they have the capability. But only thing is how they can reach to the Mahindra, because at Mahindra the decision makers are also the young generation.
Absolutely.
They first of all see this tier 3 supplier to Maruti, how he is working in digital era, whether he is having the presence on Facebook, LinkedIn, or any social media, whether he is having the good blogger, so that his capacity, his capabilities can be well publicized on the professional front in the digital medium.
There is an interesting part to it. I'll just share that. There is a rule of three.
Yes.
You know, rule of three.
Yeah, please explain.
Yeah, in social media marketing, in basically digital marketing, there is a rule of three. If you are not creating three impressions per day, you are not effective on social media. You know that? And I believe that micro and small medium enterprises does not have time to create 3 unique impressions per day. And there is a rule, and there is another rule of 33. If you have not created impressions in the last fortnight, you are out of the radar. Your presence value in creating those impressions continuously and regularly. Don't you believe that?
Yeah, you are right.
Sir, I would just draw your attention. A few questions are here. I'll just pick up a few, some handpicked questions. There is a question, how academia will be linked to Industry 4.0 from Mr. Kamal Sachdeva.
Yeah.
So would you like to take this question, or will
no, it is I told Mr. Kamal, please wait till the end of this presentation. Every question will be answered during the presentation itself. If still there is a query, then we will hand it.
Okay, so let me just pass on. Let me just scroll over. Let me go to the next slide, and we will come to that question and answer session. Right?
Wait. See this left side, there is a full-fledged flow diagram. Let me brief this diagram also. NPC is having national and international consultant and companies. Through them, they are already in the field of providing the consultancy, training in the latest technologies. So through NPC, we will penetrate to the MSME. We will penetrate to the MSME, small, medium, and even the large industries, to start consultancy, to spread our wings. To start those consultancy as a hub and spoke model, we created 5 universities as a center of excellence for Industry 4.0 dissemination consultancy projects through the university. Those university students will be the part of the consultancy projects. Even faculty will be developed in this complete program, so that complete collaboration between NPC consulting wing, industry wing, university faculty, university students, so that student can really have the real hands-on on the projects. Now the micro,
it's very closely guarded and mentored, right? The entire,
yes.
So that is the beauty of this entire microshare program. Let me just go to the next slide.
Yes, please.
So here, the little elaboration and explanation of those steps, 6 steps that we discussed in the previous slide, is how the industry partnership with the student would happen in an adapter and adaptive model, and how the course specialization of the student and the business relevant metrics will be formed, how an early integration of campus youth into socio-economic cycle as young value creators will be taking shape. How second step is like, how micropreneur company formation in campus will take shape. There's a few gray areas and few questions like, the business needs money. Sharmaji, you still there with me?
Yeah, I am there.
There is a myth like, without money, you cannot start business. So
Yes,
mostly,
you are right.
mostly when we talk about business, people immediately relate that where is the money to start the business. So can we deliberate a little bit on that part?
See, very simple.
Yeah,
Those who have attended the last session,
yeah,
we have shown one video
yeah.
of the Volvo, of the Volvo. Volvo have not spent a single penny, and they utilize the tutor handle, and
Yeah.
their 70% market is increased.
So basically, if you are creative,
Yes.
if an entrepreneur or a micropreneur is creative, the creative asset is overweighing that money capital, right?
Yeah.
So this entire micropreneur model is based on capitalist concept or a very minimal capital concept, which we call low
Yeah.
asset, very light asset, very low asset, or absolutely assetless business proposition. So I think
And then,
we would need to discuss and we would need to bust this myth that to run a business, to become an entrepreneur, money is the first thing. I think this is the last thing that we need, money, to become an entrepreneur, right? If I'm not wrong.
last thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So money is we will discuss entire thing. Let's not put up a constant of money everywhere. Money is the last thing that we need for the business. If the business has creativity, if the business has growth prospects, money is there to run that growth oriented business. uh, okay, so let's move on to the next part. How this micropreneur company formation will happen in the campus. So university normally claims a small stake in that student's company, student enterprise, right? That's how
Yeah.
we are working on it.
Yes.
So till the time a student is a part of the campus, part of the university, university holds and university provides that backup by holding a minority stake in the student's company. Uh, Students
Like they
act.
are like they are doing once they support. There is a ecosystem incubation center in every university. Then the students, those are incubating. They are supporting financially as well as through so many sources. They are university is supporting. Same way, there will be a small micropreneur. The legal companies will be formed by these students, and they will be attached to the one or two industries to take their uh, new area of marketing and new area
Yeah,
of their sales area.
we are discussing in the next course. Uh,
Yeah.
Student business startup alongside pursuing a formal degree, a postgraduate or undergrad program. Students come out of campus with dual advantage. One is they are having an academic degree, plus they have their own student-owned company. Whether they want to continue forever, they will continue forever after the campus, or if they want to pass it on, they could pass it on. The company, nature of the company, depending on, like, the partnership company or limited liability company or proprietorship company, that would be again a part of mutual consultation and mutual discussion. Digitalization and digital discoveries will be prerogative for the young generation, for the youth in the campus. They will amplify their digital skills. They will acquire few more new skills, and they will deploy those skills to grow themselves, to grow their adopter company together. So it's a mutual growth for the industry, the adopting industry, and the students. The idea is to create social leadership, technology leadership, and process ownership. Coming to the next step is more towards market enablement and market discoveries and market research. So students are going to be hands-on experience in communicating with the market, in understanding the market, in doing the market research, online and offline both, and it will add to their knowledge base. The fifth step is micro digital transaction. So they are already onto that business intelligence part, and they know how to transact, where to transact, and they will start this microtransactions alongside their campus pursuits. Step 6 is the go-to market, like, which is a hybrid model, physical and digital. So they will be handheld, they will be mentored to take that business offline and online. There is one concept that we were discussing, like, entrepreneur in residence, or remote or work from home business partners. This COVID situation has definitely given a new light, a new perspective, like, how the business can happen remotely, how the work from home concept can work in adding the values to the business. We are meeting here.
Rajesh, can I add one thing here? Yeah. Yesterday only, there is a circular from MHRD. They are asking all university and academic institutions, yes, please tell us how effectively this online courses can be run and online classes can be held. They are requesting all academic holders, because this COVID situation has given the new direction. Please don't restrict your students in the classroom. Let the students should work from home, and those students can work from home under the NPC mentors, and they can do the wonders for the adopter industries, because adopter industries are also having the limitation. They can't move. At least during this COVID situation, these students can develop their digital marketplace in the global platform.
Sir, I would just like to add one more point here for the business fraternity, whether it is an SME or whether it is a large corporate. Yes. I think the whole business community has realized that we have to increase dependency on technology rather than human, right? And we have to develop a capability to run our business in an automated manner. Where there is need, we should be able to fulfill those needs remotely. And I think with the new direction setting up by this COVID situation, where this viral infection and this social distancing has created, like, every business is working on a platform where they can work, how they can work effectively remotely, and how can they keep their business running without much of human interference, right? So what we are talking about how student can be a value creators by remote working, and how business can leverage from this entire ecosystem, right? So let me just go to the next slide. When we talked about in the beginning about planning for recovery and how National Productivity Council can help using its consortium of experts. The best advantage of an organization like NPC has an access to world's best resources, world best industrial experts, and how this expertise can work together to bring in value for SMEs to plan post-COVID scenario, and create a new deflection point of growth once the life comes back to the normal. So 4M tools which has already been proposed from NPC, that is Marketing 4.0, Machine 4.0, Money 4.0, and Manpower 4.0. I believe from NPC point of view, we have been doing remarkable job in Industry 4.0 domain, where we are adding efficiency, where we are adding contactless capabilities, we are enhancing control of the manufacturing automation. This marketing and demand side, this MicroSure can definitely be a game changer to create a disruptive market, a market which were non-existent, by adopting a MicroSure model of doing business or expanding the business. Now, lastly, we discuss about the growth window that NPC brings forth, and what are the key takeaways for the businesses here. micro growth engines that we discussed. Youth as consumer and influencer. I think a lot of questions are being posed that how this advocacy businesses can be done. What could be a possibility?
Rajesh, let us finish this one, then we will answer. We have enough time.
Okay, fine. So the clear-cut takeaways from today's discussion is what we are offering to the business is a micro-sure millennial guided entrepreneurship. What this will do, this will provide a shortest go-to-market runway for quick business takeoff. We call it QBT, like, the quick business takeoff. If you want to diversify your business, you want to launch a product, you want a quick runway to take off your business, we have a very customized go-to-market strategy, and that can be practiced within the campus through the Center of Excellence. Now, there is a controlled business simulation lab. What is business simulation? Business has risk. So by this controlled business simulation lab from the Center of Excellence, the risk of the business can be mitigated manifold. So with a very lesser risk, a new business can be conceived and launched, can be a complete modalities of the business can be created, and the new set of consumer can be studied. So all these things are possible within the simulation lab. Continual business support and hand-holding through expert mentors by NPC, which is again a very promising offering from NPC window, that Center of Excellence. And the most remarkable part is the businesses who joins hand would be accorded a status of privileged youth business club member. So they will be able to seamlessly connect with the youth consumer influencer. That is remarkably a very 360-degree offering for the businesses to grow, and it is an inclusive offer where that youth of the nation and the business of the nation are merging together to create and explore new businesses, new markets, new products together. With this, we come to the end of the slide. I'll close this presentation here, and then we'll go back to question and answer sessions.